Hello everybody and welcome back to another New World video. Today is going to be a video on an Arcana guide, I guess, going from 0 to 200. Something I've been wanting to do for a little while. I've been trying my damn hardest to get to 200 Arcana, and it is proving to be, you know, let's just say a bit of a nightmare. I'm on a bit of a low pop server at the moment, so it's not the greatest situation for me, but do you know what? Through doing what I've been doing, I think I've learned a thing or two, and I think I should be able to get us guys through 0 to 200 for sure. So, firstly and foremostly, it depends greatly where you're coming at this, from what stage you're coming at it from, right? If you have just started the game, you're level 1, and you're thinking to yourself, hey, you know, I wanted to get my Arcana up, I wanted to focus on my Arcana and just go from there, right? Then it's going to be a little bit different to if you're level 50. The only reason I say it is because since we hit Into the Void, the 1.1 patch, they added Hyssop. Sorry, not Hyssop. They've added Alkahest, which is the new material that's needed to create all the other health potions, right? And depending on which health potion you're making, or mana potion, whatever potion, you need a different Alkahest. So weak, you need weak Alkahest, common. You get it, right? Common, strong. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Now, the Alkahest, super simple to make. For the weak one, 2 Hyssop. Although, rank 0 for this one. Rank 1 for this one. So I'm guessing you're only going to be making a handful of these until you're making the common ones anyway. So, you know, make a handful of these ones. Get the Hyssop where you can. I'll bring up the New World map resource location just here now in just a second. I'll pop that up on screen, and as you can see, there's lots of places on the map that you can collect Hyssop, right? The reason I was mentioning before why it's a little bit different depending on what stage you come at it from is because if you look over here up in Ebon Scale Reach, there's just this absolute like plethora, this absolute slew of Hyssop everywhere, right? And it's such a good farming location. Obviously, that's level 50. So, you know, you can't go there unless you're level 50, which kind of sucks. So, but there's Hyssop everywhere, all over. I'll show you Everfall, I'll show you Windswood, I'll show you all the basic areas and all the Hyssop they have, right? There's plenty of locations to go and grab this. Your first and foremost step is going to be getting as much of this stuff as possible and then getting water. It's really useful to come over to something like Windswood because they've got a river running through the city, so you can go and grab water whenever you need it. It's super useful. So you're going to craft tons of these common Alkahests, and you're going to craft tons of these common health potions and the common mana potions. Always make sure, if it isn't already, the owned items is unticked. Look at what it is you need and things like that. Obviously, you don't want to be using any of these rare materials for these basic things. You want to be using all of the basic stuff, right? Bulrush Cob, Life Bloom Stem, Glowing Mushroom Cap, any of these things. Bulrush Cob, by far the easiest to get. Show you another spot all over the water areas of literally every lake ever in this game has Bulrush, right? And it's always in great numbers, so make sure as you're running through. I showed in my last Arcana, oh no, it was in the housing guide video, basically a run that you can do, kind of starting maybe just in or just outside of Everfall, and you're running down through this waterway, and you can collect tons of water motes, you can get a bunch of death motes, you can get a bunch of all the motes basically, and if you're running through there, the amount of Bulrush Cob that you can grab it's absolutely insane, and it's a beginning level area as well, so super useful. So once you've crafted an absolute ton of these, it's going to be up and up the ranking you go, right? It's not going to take you very long to get from 0 to 50 at all, right? Especially if you're just like smashing out, getting the Hyssop, making sure you've got your water and Bulrush Cobs, and you're making nothing but like health and mana potions. You're just dumping those, which is useful, by the way, if you're using it at, you know, an appropriate level. You're crafting these at a level appropriate to you, then they're useful to you because you always need health potions, you always need mana potions, regen potions. Always something that's useful, and you can sell them because people buy them for the town project board things as well, which is super, super useful. Anyway, once you got to 50, obviously, you're upgrading a little bit, right? Still make sure you're looking at your reagents, because you don't have to, even though by default it grabbed, you know, the ones that I had, right? Again, Bulrush Cob, Petal Cap, two easy things. As you're doing these runs, you know, questing and you're going around, try and make sure you've got the mini map, or you're using the new world map to your advantage, and you're grabbing all the things around you, right? All the things that are going to be useful. Earthspine stamps, all these things are really cheap on the auction house as well, guys. So if you want to buy it, you don't fancy farming it all out, that's fine. These beginner reagents here, super, super easy and cheap to get. On we march. You're going to be blasting through those. Now, you could be at a situation where, like, you know, maybe you've done a whole bunch of farming, and but you've spent all your, you know, let's say you're making the strong health potions, right? And you've burnt through all your Bulrush Cob, you've burnt through all your earth motes. These are the two things you're using, right, to craft it. Come down, have a look at what coatings you can make. There is a handful that are fairly useful, right? Just taking the strong blight tincture, for example, right? 6 Lumi lodestones. Lodestones, you come across them everywhere. Everywhere. And then you can use twist spiral cap, you know, air mote, something super cheap as well. I've got 11 of these freezing lodestones. You can burn through a bunch of these as well, right? So you can craft a bunch more potions of stuff that you've just been farming as you've been going through getting all these other materials. Now, when you get to about 100, which again, super quick, not hard at all really to get to 100. I wouldn't say so, but things are going to start to get a bit more interesting for you, because you're greeted then with you're greeted then with a choice of morality, I guess. You could either, you know, absolutely smash through on the next tier of powerful health potions, right? Bulrush, Petal Cap, motes, easy peasy, right? You can burn through that, and that's great. That's fine. And you'll level very quickly with that as well. Because all the potions are good to make, because you can craft so many of them. But you can also start... It starts to become more useful to craft things like star metal staffs, right? If I just go over here and go over to the XP, how much XP we're gaining from it. You know, 3,300 EXP per staff, that's no joke, right? That's nothing to laugh about. Weirdwood planks, how hard is weirdwood planks to get? You know, there's a nice little farming spot down in Brightwood that comes to the top of my head. I'll stick a little image of that up as I'm talking about it. You know, and then obviously every other type of wood is in abundance everywhere. So not very hard to make these weirdwood planks. You don't have to, for some reason still, you know, they haven't patched it. Maybe it will be patched at some point, but you don't have to use star metal, even though you're making a star metal staff, right? You can just use iron, which you can get in abundance, right? There's loads of it. Coarse leather, basic. Life mote, basic. And you can craft, no joke, absolutely ton of these. And then when you're done, salvage the star metal, and you'll get star metal ingots back from it, right? It's and then even better when you're on orichalcum, because you're still using iron, but now you get an orichalcum back, right? And that's like 10 gold a piece on my server, so that's no joke. So you're gaining absolutely tons of EXP, and you're kind of also paying for you know, the price that it costs if you're, you know, buying these resources to level yourself up anyway, right? And you know, saving yourself a lot of time. So there you go. There's two things that you can do, you know, and that's fine, but basically, things get easier as you get to 150. You know, now, you know, let's say you've been crafting a few of the star metal staffs, and you've been crafting some of the potions. You've been just using everything you can because you're really focusing on your Arcana. Great stuff. You've got onto 150, and you can make the infused things now. I feel like, me personally, everything is just like, ooh, a sigh of relief when you get to 150, because everybody wants infused health potions, right? Or infused mana potions, regen potions. You can make them in abundance. The only thing you need is the infused alkahest, Hyssop, right? At this point, I mean, maybe not, but you could, well, you could easily be, I suppose you could be max Arcana before your max level, but, you know, I would think you would be, like, near 50 when you're making these infused alkahests. And you can go to Reek Water, and there's an absolutely phenomenal, fucking amazing spot to farm all of these Azoth waters. There's a huge array of them all around the lake in Reek Water that, again, I'll put a photo up of now. And that is so useful. Run around there, grab them all up. You probably get, like, if you got all of them and you did, like, a full run, you're probably getting, like, at least 500 Azoth water. Easy peasy. They sell for great money. So you could be making some gold if you wanted to be. If not, you know, you use them for your infused alkahest. Then you can come on down here and you craft your old infused health potions, and this is going to absolutely blast you up the levels. And it's going to be a lot easier. And you obviously, it goes without saying, moats, you get absolutely tons of them. I suppose it's sort of free EXP, right? To just make all these wisps, get all the EXP for the wisps, and all the XP for the essences, and all the XP for the quintessences. All in all, that is how you're going to get to 200 Arcana, right? You're going to be constantly making all of the potions, constantly farming Hyssop. Very boring, I know. But a little tip for you as well. If you craft the potions in a camp and not in a town, you save yourself the tax. So it saves you money if you do it that way. I just don't think you can get bonuses like bonus potions. But I think you can if you're making it in a town. Although I'm not 100% sure about that. But yeah, you're going to make all your potions, go up the ranks. The lower levels, 0 to 50, you're blasting through these common ones, the weak ones for a few, and then all the common ones, basically. Get to 50, do your strong, you know, get to 100, start doing the powerful ones. At 100, contemplate whether or not you want to, you know, make some weapons. You know, maybe you want to, you know, do the other method, as it were. And then, as soon as you get to 150... that gives you all the infused things then, and you're going to start making 1,000 EXP off of one of the 1,600 EXP off of one potion. That's crazy. Obviously, EXP bar goes up a lot as well as you get higher, but you know, I feel like it's fairly indifferent, to be honest, because once you get to the 150, you get the stuff that you really want to make. Like, of course, I want to get these things. You know, these items are looking pretty tasty. And I wanted to level up so I can get all that. But yeah, once you get to 150, you get the very important infused potions then. So that's the most important thing. So that's going to be how you get from 0 to 200 Arcana, guys. Thank you ever so much for watching. I will be back in the next video when I am talking about how we can craft 600 gear school gear. I will see you in the next one, guys. Peace out. Bye-bye.